In Osaka, you're nobody. Just another face in the crowd, a shadow working the night shift. You're a janitor, cleaning silent, empty office buildings after the city sleeps. Minimum wage, maximum invisibility. You empty the trash, mop the floors, scrub the toilets. It's honest work, the kind no one ever sees or acknowledges. My father was a janitor too. He taught me everything I know about cleaning. How to get out any stain, how to make things disappear. He died last year, leaving me with nothing but a mountain of debt. The loan sharks want their money, and I'm 2 months behind. Their patience is wearing thin. Then, one night, everything changes. I'm on the top floor of a corporate high-rise, cleaning the executive offices. Suddenly, I hear voices, sharp and angry, followed by a loud crash. I freeze, hiding behind my cleaning cart. Heavy footsteps hurry down the hall. A man in a tailored suit rounds the corner. There's blood on his hands. His eyes lock onto mine instantly. Over his shoulder, I see it. A body on the expensive carpet. My mind just goes blank. He walks toward me, his steps measured and slow. I should run, scream, do something. But my legs are made of lead. You saw nothing, he says, his voice eerily calm. I nod, frantic and desperate. Good, he continues. Now clean it up. He gestures toward the body. My stomach churns. I'm just a janitor, I whisper, my voice barely audible. He pulls out a thick envelope stuffed with cash. It's more money than I make in a year. You're a cleaner, he corrects me, and I hear you're very good at it. I stare at the money, then I think about the loan sharks, about survival. What choice do I really have? I take the envelope. A slight, knowing smile touches his lips. Smart decision. He hands me a bag of cleaning supplies I've never seen before. Industrial-grade chemicals, heavy-duty plastic sheets. Make it disappear, he says, completely. Then he turns and leaves me alone, with a body, and the start of a new career. I work through the long dark hours of the night. My hands won't stop shaking, but my father's training kicks in, a ghostly guide in the sterile silence. Blood is just another stain. A body is just another mess. I compartmentalize, pushing everything down, focusing only on the task. By the time the first rays of dawn streak the sky, the office is spotless. There isn't a single trace of what happened. I've done the impossible. The man returns at sunrise, inspecting my work with a critical eye. He walks the room, checking every surface, then nods with what looks like genuine approval. You have a gift, he says, handing me a plain white business card with nothing but a phone number on it. We'll call when we need you. I go home in a state of shock, hiding the money under my floorboards. The first thing I do is pay off the loan sharks. I tell myself it was a one-time thing, just once, to get out of trouble, never again. But 2 weeks later, my phone rings. It's the same voice, but a different location, another cleanup. This time, the payment is double. I try to refuse, my voice trembling, but then he casually mentions my address. He mentions the nursing home where my mother lives. The threat is unspoken, but it hangs heavy in the air. I have no choice but to accept. This time, the job is easier. The shaking is less violent, my movements more efficient. My father's lessons become automatic responses. Clean from the outside in. Remove all organic material first. Bleach destroys DNA evidence. Fire erases what bleach can't. I'm becoming a professional. 6 months pass like this. I'm their regular cleaner now. They have a name for me. Suji, the cleaner. I've sanitized 15 scenes, made 15 problems disappear. The money keeps flowing. I move my mother to a better facility, one with gardens and kind nurses. I even buy a small, anonymous apartment for myself. To the outside world, I look completely normal. Just another guy trying to get by. But I can't sleep anymore. Every time I close my eyes, I see the faces. I see the stains I've wiped away, the lives I've helped erase from existence. One night, I get a different kind of call. It's not for a cleanup. They want me to meet someone. A warehouse on the Kobe docks, midnight. When I arrive, 5 men in dark suits are waiting for me. The man in the center is older, his body a canvas of traditional tattoos. I recognize the markings instantly. Yakuza. You've been working for us, he says, his voice carrying an absolute, unshakable authority. Even if you didn't know it. I stay silent, my heart pounding against my ribs. You're efficient, discreet, reliable. He takes a step closer. We want you full-time. My mouth goes dry. I'm just a cleaner, I manage to say. He lets out a cold, humorless laugh. He looks at me, and I see my reflection in his dark eyes. A janitor, a son, a cleaner, a ghost. My old life is gone, erased as completely as one of my crime scenes. This is my life now. I am Suji. You say yes because saying no means you stop breathing. They hand you a pager. When it goes off, you go. No questions, no waiting. You keep your official job, of course. Night janitor, moving between different buildings, a ghost in the hallways. It's the perfect cover. Nobody ever really looks at the janitor. That first year is a blur of brutality. You're not just mopping floors anymore. You're cleaning up after business meetings, after territorial disputes, after disagreements that couldn't be solved with words. Sometimes it's just property damage, a trashed office, a smashed up car, but other times it's a full scene. You learn fast. You have to. You develop a system, different chemicals for different stains, different tools for different surfaces. It all lives in your van, perfectly organized, hidden in plain sight among bottles of window cleaner and stacks of rags. To anyone who glances inside, you're just another service worker on his way to a job. The Yakuza, they appreciate efficiency. They appreciate discretion. And they pay you for it. They pay you extremely well. More money than you could ever make in a legitimate job. Enough to move your mother to a much better care facility. A private room, her own nurses around the clock. She asks where the money is coming from. You tell her you got a big promotion at work, a management position. The pride in her eyes makes you physically sick. Then the jobs change. They get more complex. It's not just about cleaning anymore. Now they want you to transport things. Small packages, sealed envelopes, sometimes larger containers. You become a courier in the dead of night. You drive them to various locations, places that look completely normal on the outside. A shipping company, a food processing plant, a downtown office building. These are their legitimate businesses, the clean face of a dirty operation. You hand over the package, someone gives you a receipt, and you leave. It's all so professional, so transactional. That's when you start to see the real scope of it all. This isn't just a gang, it's an entire ecosystem, a shadow economy running parallel to the real one. And you're a part of it, a small but essential piece of the machine. One night, your phone rings. Not the pager, your actual phone. The voice is different, younger, higher pitched, laced with panic. There's been a problem, he says. We need you, immediately. You pull up to a luxury high-rise apartment, the kind with a doorman who suddenly can't see you. Inside, 3 young Yakuza are waiting. They look like they're barely out of their teens. The place is chaos. Expensive furniture is shredded, the walls are gouged, and glass is everywhere. It's the aftermath of a confrontation, that much is clear. But something is wrong. Personal photos are scattered across the floor, ripped and stomped on. Family pictures, wedding portraits, all destroyed. This wasn't just business. This was personal. What happened? You ask, your voice flat. The youngest one, the one who called you, finally speaks. It was supposed to be a warning. Just property damage. He can't meet your eyes. But it escalated. You walk through the wreckage, your mind racing. The level of destruction is excessive. It's filled with a rage that goes beyond a simple message. It feels hateful. As you're standing there, trying to piece it together, your phone buzzes. A text message. It's from the Oyabun himself, the old man. Just 3 words. Clean it, now? And just like that, you're trapped. You think about your mother sleeping peacefully in her clean, quiet room. You think about what happens to people who disobey. You feel your shoulders slump. You walk over to the door and bring in your equipment case. You start working, your movements becoming automatic. Unpacking the chemicals, the tools, the heavy-duty bags. But your hands are shaking. This feels different. It feels worse than cleaning up blood. The 3 young guys just watch you, their bravado gone, replaced by a cold, creeping fear. They know they went too far. They know they made a mistake, and you're the one who has to erase it. Will we? Will we get in trouble for this? One of them asks, his voice a whisper. You don't answer. You just keep cleaning, making their mistake, their sin, disappear. Hours pass. By the time you're done, the apartment is spotless. It's like nothing ever happened. Every lost shred of evidence, every broken piece of a life is packed away in your van. The young Yakuza mumble their thanks and leave, relief washing over their faces. You're left alone in the silent, sterile apartment. Your eyes drift to the garbage bag where you put the torn photographs. Tonight, you crossed a line. You didn't just clean up a mess. You helped cover up an act of personal cruelty. You erased a person's life from their own home. You drive to the disposal site, an industrial incinerator facility on the edge of the city, another one of their legitimate businesses. The night manager comes out to meet you. He's an older man with tired eyes who has seen it all. He looks at your face, then glances at the bags in your van. Bad night? He asks. You just shake your head and hand him the materials. He doesn't ask any more questions. He never does. You get home as the sun is coming up. Your small apartment feels like a cage. You stand in the shower for an hour, the hot water scalding your skin. But you can't wash off the feeling. You turn on the morning news. A local reporter is talking about a missing person, a man who disappeared from his apartment overnight. The police are investigating, they show his photo. They show his family, pleading for information, their faces racked with grief. You feel your stomach clench into a cold, hard knot. You recognize the face. You turn off the TV. You can't watch anymore. You sit there in the silence, water dripping from your hair onto the floor. And then your pager beeps, a sharp, insistent sound cutting through the quiet. Another job, another location. The system doesn't stop, it doesn't sleep, and you're part of it now, too deep to ever get out, and far too valuable for them to ever let you go. 3 years pass like this. You've lost count of the jobs. Everything blurs together now. Your apartment is nicer. Your mother has the best care. But you can't look at yourself anymore. Then everything changes one night. You get a call at 2 a.m. The voice is the Oyabun himself. Come to the estate immediately. You drive there in silence. You've never been here before. Inside, the Oyabun is waiting. But he's not alone. A young woman sits across from him. She's wearing a police badge. Your blood runs ice cold. Sit down, the Oyabun says. This is Detective Tanaka, he says. She's been investigating us. Your mind races frantically. The detective speaks calmly. I know what you do. But I'm not here to arrest you. She slides a folder across. Photos, documents, evidence. About your mother's nursing home. They've been stealing from patients, she says. Your mother's bills are fraudulent. You stare at the documents. Half the charges are fake. Why show me this, you ask? The detective leans forward. Because I need your help. The nursing home is connected to something bigger, run by a rival Yakuza clan. The Oyabun speaks now. They're stealing from our families too. You understand suddenly. The detective made a deal. What do you want? You ask. Access to their facilities, she answers. You're a janitor, you can get inside. Plant recording devices, gather evidence. The Oyabun adds his piece. Do this, and you're free. Your debt to us is cleared. You walk away clean. You look between them, a cop and a crime boss. And if I refuse, you ask, then I arrest you right now. 3 years of evidence. The Oyabun says nothing, just watches you decide. You think about your mother, about finally doing something right. I'll do it, you say. The next 3 months are hell. You work as a janitor there, plant devices everywhere, record conversations, document abuse, see elderly people neglected, mistreated, but you gather everything needed. Finally, the detective has enough. She raids all 6 facilities, arrests 40 people. The news coverage is massive. Your mother is moved somewhere legitimate. The rival Yakuza clan collapses. You feel something like redemption. The Oyabun calls you one last time. You're free, he says simply. Disappear. You leave Osaka that night. New city, new name, new life. Your mother thinks you got transferred. You visit her every week. She's happy, healthy, safe. You work as a janitor again. Normal buildings, normal hours. Nobody notices you. And that's exactly what you want. But you still can't sleep. The faces still visit you. The things you erased. You wonder if redemption is real, or just another stain. One night, you're cleaning an office. Find a wallet someone dropped, full of cash and cards. You could take it, nobody would know. But you don't. You turn it in. Walk away without waiting. It's a small thing, but it's a choice. A clean choice. Maybe that's all redemption is. One clean choice at a time. You finish your shift, walk home through empty streets. You're nobody again, just a janitor in the city. And maybe that's enough.